Mike, I don't really have a question about the game. Is that all right?
It's all right. Yeah, Doug Nikhazy starting on Friday. Did I
Okay.
get it?
Yeah, that's close enough.
All right.
Do you think you'll have? Will you have Max this weekend?
Yeah, I will bring him. You know, as of right now, it looks like we're bringing him unless something happens tomorrow morning. But he threw today a bullpen, and felt pretty good, looked pretty good, and a little different, with his situation, just because we know exactly what it is. It's really strength, and can he do it? And you're looking for him to give you an inning, when he runs out
Yeah.
there, So, but he's hit all the marks and really has done a great job through rehab with Josh Porter. So we're going to bring him, just in case we can use him, and if not, he certainly continues his rehab and can throw a bullpen while we're over there.
You guys have played one true road game. How do you feel about taking this team on the road and into a? I know you had the neutral site thing, but just going on the road for the first time. What do you think?
No, I'm not too worried about, and don't misunderstand. I think a lot of times when you go on the road, you're worried just more logistically. You're worried about getting on a bus, being in a hotel, the meetings, and kind of the itinerary and what we do. So even when we go to a neutral site, a lot of that is why we do it, And so now, as far as being on the road and at a hostile place, you're talking about playing a really good team, a team that's over the past 2 years, the COVID year last year and this year, it's probably won as many games as anybody in the country, Alabama, and off to another great start this year. So we know we're going to have our hands full, and but as far as the road part of it, hopefully we're going to be able to handle it, and handle the crowds, and it'll be a little different for us though.
Chase.
Yeah, Mike, was it just an off day for Peyton? Anything with a hamstring, or is he good?
He's good. One of the things that happens when they pull their hamstring is, they start to, when they start to be able to run full speed, they start to break down some scar tissue. And so after Sunday's game, he was, a little, or I guess into Monday, I guess he was a little sore, could have played, wanted to play, but felt, probably wise to give him, a day off, especially since we're going Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But he's fine.
Nick.
Now that Doug's back, kind of what's your plan for Drew? Do you plan on keeping him in the weekend, or do you want to get him back on to Tuesdays?
Don't really know that yet. Probably, I want to get through this weekend first. But he'll be out of the bullpen. We're going to start Doug on Friday. So you go, Hoagland, Nikhazy, Diamond, and certainly, I guess in best laid plans, which seems, Nick, not to always go that way. But if when we get to Doug, if he hasn't pitched yet, depending on how far Doug can go, he'd probably be with the likely candidate, because, one of the neat things about having him in the bullpen is, a lot of our bullpen guys, there's not a lot of length to them. We got a lot of bullpen guys, but there's not a lot of length to those guys. So, he's a guy that can give us a little length in the bullpen. So, coming in for Doug in the middle innings, we may need that.
Harris.
Mike, rainy forecast for Thursday. Am I right in that with it being a Thursday, Friday, Saturday series, you guys have to fit the games within that window? Sunday's not an option for y'all to play. Is that right?
That's the way it used to be, and how I think it's going to be. I think there was, and we're going to check before, but I think there was a pass that if you didn't play a game or something, you could stay on Sunday. I think that came up for vote, and I think it did pass. But the weather looks terrific on Friday. So, it looks like we're playing 2 games on Friday if we get rain on Thursday.
Chase.
Yeah, after Braden was out for a little while, that's about as sharp as he's been this season. It looked like he was pretty good tonight.
No, I was proud of him, and we wanted to bring him in immediately and not get too much into the minutia of the game where all of a sudden he gets bypassed or something. So the plan was to get him back as soon as, and we knew again, proud of Mallets, what he did, and not just tonight, but not that it was anything as far as something he couldn't handle physically, but to throw last Tuesday or so, come out of the bullpen on Sunday when you weren't supposed to, after we kind of got blown up there in the last 2 innings on Sunday, throw and be our best option to start the game. Just proud of the way he handled it. And then his luck would have it, right, that the first guy would hit one off the end of the bat. It would fall in for a blue base hit. They'd hit and run on the first pitch and be successful. Have two guys on, and then we make an error and we give up a run in the first. But he handled it, and that was the reason that we ran him out there. He's Josh has pitched with a lot of confidence and a lot of guts, and proud of him hanging in there today. But once he gives us the 3 innings, we get him off the field, and you're right, Braden was really sharp, and some of that we talked about it. We just we've pitched a lot of people. We've pitched 19 people. There's no way we can continue to do that week in, week out, especially with Doug and Chofi coming back. And so we have to use guys more often. I think they'll be sharper. And that's one of the reasons, I knew that we would pitch Miller today. Broadway would be available if it was a save opportunity, and we just didn't get enough runs to not use them. And so, just with the 3-run lead in the ninth, let him run out there. Burton was, supposed to get in again today. So again, hopefully that, trying to formulate a little more cohesiveness with that bullpen and get guys to pitch, multiple days during the week rather than just throwing 1 inning a week. We just cannot continue to do that.
Yeah, you mentioned Taylor. That's 3 out of 5 days, but he looked outstanding. He's about as rubber arm as anybody you've had in a long time, isn't he?
Yeah, but again, one of the things that he can do is, he can get some length to him. You saw that in opening day, against TCU. But back to back, I mean, he can, he's pretty good, and you don't see that a ton in the power arm guys. But tonight, like, he even threw some, incredible sliders. I mean, he can really mix it up, with the best of them. I mean, he's a power arm, and he's got a tremendous fastball, but he's got 2 breaking balls. He can even throw a really good changeup. And so he really fits that role well.
Any more questions for Coach? Okay, thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.